Hello there, people, and welcome to Undead Underworld. I have no idea what is in store for us, but of course it has Underworld in the title, which is very interesting. Since last time around, that was a carbon copy. So, yeah, that doesn't exactly make you feel good, but let's hope for the best. There we are. Well, it looks like two textures, but then again, that could be a total ripoff. Let's see what exactly we have in store. At this point, I'm wondering if, like, Underworlds are going to be, like, carbon copies of things we've already seen. This might be, of course, there's so many levels with basically brick and, double-barreled shotgun at the beginning. We need to see a bit more before I can kind of judge it. But yeah, I'm kind of suspicious about this after what we went through. We need to get to, like, some type of intersection, something that's away from, the beginning areas. Because the beginning areas are way too linear, and that is the theme of so many levels that becomes basically distorted and impossible to figure out which level we're talking about here. Okay, I see three sets of shells. I have no idea. This is like a very linear level, though. At least so far. Then again, they can open up. Q2 has this theme of loving the first few rooms at the very least to be very linear. So we'll see how long this theme keeps up. See? There we are. It actually opens up. Sweet. Sweet. And I don't think we've seen this one before, no. Because there's a doorway over there, and a doorway up there, and a doorway over here. Yeah, I don't recognize this one, as being one that we played before. I think I remember this level now. And yeah, we haven't played it before. So I don't actually know if this is actually a multiplayer, has a multiplayer variant off the top of my head. I might be wrong on this, people, but I don't believe this level has a multiplayer variant. Actually, I can look that up right now for you guys. I'm gonna make sure of that, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember seeing... if it is, it was one that we haven't played yet, because... But I don't think I recall... And now! I was exactly right. There is no multiplayer version of this level, people. Yeah, most levels are carbon copies, and it's pretty surprising because it's another level with Underworld in the name. But yeah, this level is just this level. This is the only time we'll see this design. So this is really weird because, like I said, every single time, usually there's a carbon copy of something. Either another multiplayer level, a single player level, something. Not so here. This is pretty much the only place you can see this design. Very, very weird. But it works. Hooray for some originality somewhere, even if it's still, you know, ain't exactly real originality, but it's something. They could have just carbon copied every single map and, like, ripped us off even more. It almost sounds like I'm, like, excusing an abusive relationship at this point, don't I? Oh god. Get some ammo. Stock up, so that way we don't die. Get a lot of nails. There's gotta be like a nail gun somewhere, right? Now, where is the nail gun? Where's the nail gun? Where's the nail gun? In fact, what was really the point of coming up here? It feels like this was just a massive cluster of enemies and, like, no guns or any reason for really coming this way. Well, this was a waste of time. Next room! Looks like a bunch more things to kill. Okay. Looks like we're going to have some things coming from that doorway. Yeah, we need to control ourselves this side right now. Okay, at least that's a start. Oh, of course, I couldn't see him over his the corpse of the other one. The corpse was like blocking that there was a second one even existent. Just kill me. Try and control myself. Pretty good hitting me! Stop hitting me! Okay, I think I've learned something. I absolutely hate ogres. There's only one way to solve this. Shrek was a terrible movie! Now convince them to... Maybe I should yell at him about what he's doing in my swamp. Yeah. We need more Irishy accents. I have learned this is part of the problem. Okay, that's one down. Okie dokie. Peekaboo. A maniac with a gun. Don't trust me. Peekaboo. Okay, there's a bit of health up there. Look in this corner. And there we are. Yeah, this level seems to be a lot of ducking and weaving to basically avoid the angry ogres. Is it just me, or does it feel like the ending levels have at least a bit more going on in them than a lot of the levels we've seen up to this point? Definitely more than what we've been seeing, once again. Not as rough as, say, Metalworks, but still something at least. I'm at least having a risk of dying here. Anyone else in here? Don't want to die? I can use that nail gun. Yeah, let's try and get the nail gun. Oh, well, that was painful. Okay, at least this is a start. We have a bit of ammo. We have resources. Not exactly sure where the grunt came from, but at least we have a couple fiends that are trapped that way. And see, there's no health this side, right? Nah. Well, time to try and survive on 10 health. Nobody ever said being a maniac with a shotgun was easy. It's like the worst game of peekaboo ever. There we are! 2 things dead. And a bunch of health. That could be very useful after what we've been going through. I think, look at that, most of the enemies are dead now. Well, that kinda makes it awkward. Just wipes out these guys. How about we have a route in here? What's it with all the rocket ammo, but yet no rocket launcher at all? Okay, there we are. I was gonna say, if it's gonna pull another one like that, one level with a Death Knight. Oh look, free armor at the last second. Yeah, let's make it most of the way through the level, then give me armor. Makes total sense. Get up. Yep. Alright, there we are. Everything is dead. In your hopes, your dreams, your life, everything. So yeah, getting the grenade launcher sounds like you basically have to make it through most of the level. As well as basically the armor. And by that point, you basically have a ridiculous excess of everything. Like, look at me now, I have 40 rockets. But, you know, throw it at the very end. I really don't even know why we needed all this rocket ammo. Really don't. Like, there's more rocket ammo than there was enemies in the map. That's probably a problem. But, yeah. So, yeah, it basically is rough, mainly because it prevents you from getting to this the actual gun. But it definitely has a ridiculous number of rocket ammo, so I can imagine if I had just gone to the right to begin with, if I rushed the grenade launcher, really all you need to do, there's really like nothing else, like no ogres or anything else, so really, all you do is you go through the main hub, you kill the 2 fiends, using whatever, and then you basically, after getting the grenade launcher, you can basically dominate the map. If you notice, really, that's where it kind of comes down to a lot in Q2, is that you get a lot of rocket ammo. I think that's a big part of the problem with a lot of these Q2 levels. They really love shoving rocket ammo down your throat to the point that if there's a rocket-based gun in the map, you're basically going to be able to get power, especially if you know where it is and know where to kind of go to get to it. You could say something similar for the original game in a way, I guess, but not really. Even after you got the rocket or whatnot, it was kind of a struggle to survive. I don't think really ammo was tight at all on Quake, generally, but still, rocket ammo was kind of generous in the original Quake. What am I trying to make? What's the point I'm trying to make? I'm trying to make the point that you couldn't just dominate the map for 2 seconds and everything be so easy to kill with a rocket launcher in the original Quake. Mainly because you'd have certain situations that were rough, like tight corridors with fiends, or traps involving shamblers. And shamblers, of course, not being the best with rocket ammo. Or voids are very inconvenient places. Really, I think that's the big thing, is that the original Quake, the reason why it was the way it was, is because it did things based on placement of enemies more than the actual enemies themselves. The enemies themselves are tough, but not, the toughest things in the world, but their placement is everything. Their placement is key here, and so it basically will define if you have a very easy experience or a very rough one. Q2 being mostly just based on linear corridors of things basically facing you in a direct, controlled environment, means that generally that's why the challenge is lacking, because you can always control your environment. The reason why metal works, why I find that a bit rougher, is because when you spawn in, you basically get enemies attacking you from 2 sides with multiple doorways. That's different points of intersection that allow for enemies to converge on you. That's more like, what I mean by like position and location is everything here. This level has a bit more because it has directly in front of you, to the side, but it's still pretty controlled. As you see, really, enemies wouldn't get alerted on one area until you kind of shot. The main pain in the butt thing is the doorways, and trying to face off against ogres. For some reason, at least in Q2 it seems like one of my biggest problems with enemies would have to be ogres. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm starting to notice that as like a general rule, not even just for Q2, but Quake in general, ogres seem to be a tougher enemy for me for some reason. I don't know why that is, because they're normally not this hard in the original, not the original game, as this is the original game, but like Quake and later. I think it has more to do with the fact that I feel like I'm in more control there. I don't know exactly how to explain that. I'm guessing it's because the bigger resolution and whatnot, and I don't know, the bigger native resolution makes it that way I'm easy. It's weird because it should be the same. It should be exactly the same in control, and I don't see where the issue would be occurring. I'm probably not exactly just explaining where exactly it's coming from because I'm not able to identify it myself. But there is some mechanic at play here that makes it different. Like if this was original, well, what am I saying? I keep saying original, but if this was GL Quake or something like that, I'd have no real problem like trying to like weave around ogres or whatnot and time where exactly things are. But here, for some reason, there's a massive difference, and the only thing I can really think of, off the top hand, would be resolution. Resolution being a big power play factor, and we could bump up the resolution here, but I've already talked a million times and struggled with trying to get the resolution work in the first place. I think really what we're going to do is just deal with the 300 by 200 for like the rest of like all 96 Quake based stuff. And when we get to 97 based stuff, we can finally, afford to go up to like GL Quake and all that because I think that stuff comes out in like January 97. So we just got like under where we could actually, use it. It basically is like, very tormentous if you decide to do it in this basically method that I'm using. Because it was like right under the mark of where we could actually use it. At least like some version. Not like the latest refined version, but we could have used something that would have worked fine. So yeah, I'm rambling. Anyway, thank you very much all for watching. It has been the adventure, and I shall see you all next time.